Hello everyone, this video we're talking about a question about boiling point elevation. How do we know that? Okay, so then as a good habit, we normally will go straight to the question itself. The question saying, okay, what increase in the boiling point? Okay, so let's pause a second and think about what does it mean. Okay, increase in boiling point. Okay, so what it's asking is actually asking the change in boiling point, delta TB. Okay, so then what's the equation for that? That equals to I lowercase m molality times KB. Okay, so then this is the equation we need to use to do the calculation. Okay, so then I see I Van Hoff's factor, right? Okay, so then relates to the solute. It's about what kind of electrolyte that will be. Okay, so sodium chloride, that's a strong electrolyte, right? Okay, so turn into sodium ion and chloride ion. Okay, and then therefore, what's the Van Hoff factor? That's gonna be 2. Okay, so we figured that out. That's nice. And molality. Okay, so then let's put that down. Molality should be calculated by using moles of solute over kilogram of the solvent. Molality itself is not directly given from the question, so clearly we need to calculate this. Okay, so then let's see about KB. KB is about the constant for solvent, which is given from the question. Okay, so again, as we already anticipated, that we'll have to calculate molality. Okay, so we need moles of solute. Let's see what else we know about our solute. Solute is what in this particular question is our sodium chloride. Do we know most of it? Okay, so let's see what other information we know about that solute. Okay, so we have 4 tablespoons of the salt, which is sodium chloride, right? Okay, so we know 4 tablespoons. You go, what kind of information that was about? Okay, so then 4 tablespoons, then of course it's also telling you 1 tablespoon equals to 14.8 cubic centimeter. Once you see cubic centimeter, you know that's a unit for volume. So you go, okay, I know the volume of my salt. Okay, then you go, wait a minute, I want to know moles. Okay, so I'm given with the volume. I want to know moles. How can we get there? Okay, so then you quickly see, let's see what else is given from the question. We also know density. From volume and density, can we calculate mass? I believe so. From mass, by using molar mass, we can calculate moles. Okay, so now we go, oh, I have a plan. Then let's just carry out that calculation. So 4 tablespoons of salt, that'll be 4 times 14.8 cubic centimeter. Okay, and now we got to the volume, and then we're going to multiply that density, which is 2.16 gram per cubic centimeter. So once we do this calculation and get grams, that comes out as 127.88 grams. Okay, so now I'm going to continue because we know we need moles. So I'm going to use molar mass, which is 58.44 grams per mole. Right, unit conversion, so we can get to moles. That comes out as 2.188 moles. Okay, so we got moles of our solute. Now, what else we need? We need kilogram of solvent. What's our solvent in our question? Which is water. Okay, so then let's see, what do we know about water? We have 16 ounces of water, which is 474 milliliter. Milliliter is also giving us about volume. Okay, so again, we want to know kilogram, which is mass. So if we know density, again, for water, that's a hidden info, right? So we'll be able to calculate about the mass. Okay, so then that's 474 ml. Density of water is 1 gram per ml. That cancels out, we get gram, and that's 474 grams. But then we know as a definition for molality, we need kilograms, so then we're going to do the unit conversion. That's going to give us 0.474 kilogram. Okay, so then that's the second information we needed to calculate molality. Okay, so now we'll be able to plug in the info. So this will be 2.188 moles of our solute divided by 0.474 kilogram of the solvent, which give us 4.617 as molality. Okay, so now we calculate that. We're going to plug it into our equation. Delta TB equals to I times M times KB. I was 2, right? Okay, so because of sodium chloride, multiply molality 4.617, multiply the constant 0.52 degrees C per molality. Then cancels out, we got degree C, 4.8 degrees C. That's the increase in boiling point for this question. We're done. But if a question asks you, oh, what's the boiling point of this solution, right? So what do? We're going to use the change plus the boiling point of the solvent by itself. And in this case, what's the solvent for the solution is water. So it's going to be 100 plus 4.8 if the question is asking you what's the boiling point of the solution. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it as we just talk about, because right, the particular question right over here, it is asking what's the change, what's the increase, right? Okay, so then we are simply calculating delta TB. Okay, so then that's the end of this video, and hopefully this is helpful.